Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSD
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome back to all of you in one more impactful session of learning and development webinar. My name is Pratibha and I'll be your moderator today. So if at any point you have any question or if you would like to connect with our speaker, please feel free to use the chat box. So I hope you're all ready for today's session. So just allow me a minute to share my screen. Meanwhile, please do let us know from where you guys are watching. So on behalf of the Global Skill Development Council, I'm truly delighted to welcome you all into the GSDC Certified Learning Beyond Training, How Modern Organizations Build Skills, Performance, and Workforce Readiness, Creating Skill-Powered Organizations Beyond Traditional Training. And one of the things which make this webinar so interesting is the amazing expert panel we have lined up for you. Some of them have already delivered a very incredible and insightful sessions, and others are all set to bring in more powerful ideas. So before starting the session, for those who have joined with us for the very first time, let me give you a quick introduction who we are. Global Skill Development Council is a globally recognized certification body. We are accredited by ABICB, Till yet, we have a 250,000 professionals certified with us. We are currently associated with 500 plus subject matter experts who contribute to our program. We are a partner with 1,000 plus multinational companies and 50 plus universities worldwide. We are also associated with 100 plus training partners across globe. So these are the training partners who are connected with us from Asia, Africa, Canada, Australia, Nigeria, Singapore, and many other continents. So a special thanks to all training partners for helping us improving our program. And a very special thank you to our media partner, WordPress Hub, for covering all of our press releases and event releases. So before starting the session, I just wanted to make a quick announcement that we have launched a platform called GSDC AI Studio, Lifelong Learning Initiative. In the GSDC AI Studio, you're going to get 100 plus live monthly sessions with global expert, including 4 daily sessions, 45-minute live expert lead session for hands-on learning, sessions from global expert. Now you can learn directly from our AI leaders around the world. Real-time practice, you can apply concept immediately and get your question answered. Certification ready, you will be getting the training aligned with industry standard for job ready skills. So currently we are covering 100+ certification in our portfolio, including the learning and development, HR, Gen AI, agentic AI, emerging technologies, ISO lead auditor and implementer, project management and PMO, agile DevOps and SRE, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and many more. But once you get certified with GSDC, you just don't walk away with the certification. You also become a part of our community, which comes with lifelong membership, certification upgrade, workshop boot camps, learning club access, also the full benefit of GSDC AI Studio, and many more in GSDC membership benefit. With that, it's time to welcome our today's speaker. Today we have Leela Venkatesh with us. So if you guys have following us, you would be knowing that Leela have come on our stage, on our platform before for giving the one more impactful and insightful session. And today he is with us for giving a one more insightful and engaging session for AI in learning and development webinar. But before handing over the virtual mic, let me give you a quick introduction of Leela. Leela is an experienced agile AI career and leadership coach who is passionate about empowering individuals to build meaningful and future-ready careers. He has coached 400 plus professionals across career development and mentoring and supported 90 plus leaders through transformative coaching conversation. As an AI professional, Scrum Master, and Agile coach, he brings strong expertise in delivering end-to-end technology-driven solutions. Her client-centric and collaborative coaching approach helps individuals unlock their strength and achieve measurable real-world impact. But before handing over the virtual mic, just a quick reminder, if you have any query regarding the GSDC or if you would like to connect with our speaker today for any question, any guidance, please feel free to use the chat box. Once again, don't be shy, drop your reactions, emojis, and quick comment into the chat. That's how we know you're with us, actively listening and absorbing from the insightful session. We also have an announcement to make at the end of today's session, which is a $400 worth gift certification voucher. With that, welcome back, Leela Venkat Satish, for our platform once again. Thank you so much for coming here. We are very honored to have you as our speaker. The stage is all yours.
Thanks, Pratibha. Thanks, everyone. Hi, welcome to the session. Wherever you're connecting across the world, I am seeing the chart, like different locations, countries. Thanks for taking your time, and thanks GSDC for giving me another opportunity for being a speaker today, sharing my experience and expertise. So today I don't want to go through any of the slides, any of the content. This is all like an open conversation, open discussion. The topic, the series is all about like L&D. So we are coming from different perspectives, different experience levels, different roles, different backgrounds, industries, and sectors. My point or my focus as a career coach is like, why do we need to wait for someone to come and ask us, Satish, go ahead and do this certification. Satish, go ahead and learn this concept. Satish, go ahead and start using this tool. Why don't we ourselves as an individual, as an employee, as an associate, why don't we start it and do that proactively? And bring it to our team, to our leadership, to our client, to our engagement stakeholders. Say, I am planning to learn this. I am willing to learn this. So that is what my focus of today's session. And we want to do a live session and no slides, no content, nothing. So anytime if you have any questions or you want to add or you want to get any clarification, feel free to drop your question in the chat window. We can discuss on that part. Right. So we will go through a couple of AI tools. You might be already aware. So I don't want to give a quick, I don't want to give more context about the tools, but I would just like to show a couple of tools which, or it's more than the tool, it is about the context, how we are making use of the tool, right? So that's the focus. So for my personal usage, I'm using ChatGPT. The same way from the professional usage, I'm using Copilot as a tool. So now from the ChatGPT perspective, I will show how we can make use of this. It could be for individual, it could be for a team, it could be you might be working as a L&D manager or L&D team, or you might be a team lead or a manager or an individual. Your context can be anything, right? We can start using these tools to get this context, right? So as a first step, I will start setting the context. The tool already know me, so because I'm using it, the tool already know about me. So I'm starting to set the context. I am working as a director, program manager in organization. I'm not giving any confidential information. Make sure, right? So we know the tools never ever give any confidential specific information. So make sure you do that, right? With the organization. My focus is to define the learning path for my team of program managers for the next 3, 6, 9 months. I would like to define the maturity assessment and also to assess and analyze the learning path from the implementation perspective. Make sure to share the known, real, and authentic information along with the sources of reference, right? So I'm just in the context. So this I'm using as a director, program manager to ensure how I can come up with it. So the same context you can use if you might be a L&D manager, you might be a L&D trainer, or you might be individual program manager, project manager, or based upon your role, you can use a similar prompt to start setting the context. Again, nothing to worry about the tool. I'm using the ChatGPT. You can use a Copilot, Perplexity, Claude, any tool. We can use any tool. The context remains same. So I'm just giving this as an example. So once it is done, we will start getting the pointers. We will start getting the information. Another suggestion is never ever just blindly go and make use of the information, because we need to validate and authenticate the information which is coming up. So because I mentioned real authentic information, as you can see, the tool is trying to go through the references on the project management, program management, and all the valid, authentic source of information, right? So as you can see, the tool is helping me to give the plan or give the path of including the competency domain and what is the skill set. Everything the tool is helping me to give that, right? So do we directly just go ahead and make use of it? Might not be, but we will use this as a base, as a source of information. Then we will bring our own organization context as the team context, and then we'll add our own flavor, right? So we are not giving all information to the tool because of the confidentiality, because of the information security, or anything coming into the organization security policies, data policy, security policies. So we are using the tool to help us set the context as a base. That is one approach. The second approach is, if in case we already have the plan, we can use that as a reference, as a source to check, hey, this is our current L&D plan for program manager role, for project manager, for the developer, for the fresher, for the internship. So whatever the role, along with the role, we can set the context. We can share our existing plan with the tool or the tools, which can help us refine and revise and make sure we are up to date. Why we may have to do that? Lots of new changes, new advancements are happening across the world. We as an individual might not be having that real-time latest information. But if we can use this tool as a additional platform, additional source of information, we might get that latest information. Right? Now, as you can see, the PMBOK principles and performance domains delivery reality. I know PMI defined or released PMBOK 8, based on which the PMI exam will be changing effective from July 2026. Now, instead of using this, I will be giving another prompt or the information to the tool stating that instead of PMBOK 7, I would like to refer PMBOK 8. Why? We are coming up with this 3, 6, 9 months plan. By the time the PMBOK version 8 comes, it will be in the next 4 to 5 months. So the information which we are preparing now, we want to make it real time or the latest information, right? So that is the reason one of the key point which I mentioned, never ever just go and blindly use or copy paste that any information, any response we get from any of the tool. We need to authenticate, cross check, and that's how we can make use of that. Right. Now, as you can see, it is giving the plan, it is giving the results, it is giving the levels or the things. So the 3-month plan, 6 months plan, and 9 months plan. Each and every step it is giving us, and the effectiveness, how we can track the learning effectiveness or the delivery effectiveness impact each and every step. And the prompt or the tool is asking me or asking us, like, if you tell me the type of programs, I can tell her the domain, rubric, and the exact scorecard. Before going there, to the type of programs, I would like to refer PMBOK 8 instead of PMBOK 7, considering the exam of PMP is going to be changed by PMI soon during 2026. I'm not giving the exact date, just to check how the tool is helping us, right? I can give that date. Yes. See? This is what, here is a verified current summary of what PMBOK 8 is, how it affects maturity and learning plan. So this is the thing. This is how we can start making use of the tool to help us coming up with the learning plan or the learning path, along with the scorecard, along with the maturity assessment. And we can even make use of the tool to help us customize, because what if, like, I have 30 program managers be reporting to me? Do we have all the 30 at the same level? Might not be, need not be, right? Each of us are unique. There is a next step which we should be focusing on, how we need to customize, or how we need to make sure that learning plan or learning path is unique to that specific individual. I'm not coming from the L&D background, so I'm not going to that customization perspective, but I'm setting the context, like, that is what we need to focus on. That is what we need to ensure it is taken care. That is where if you might have observed, many companies are having that LMS platforms or the portals where, based upon the current role versus the target role, we will start having that courses or the certifications or the learning path defined, identified and defined, and which we can make use of it. Right? Are you good? Any questions still on?
There is no question till now, Venkat.
Sure, thanks. The same way, this is one of the contexts. The same way I can use it for my own learning, our own learning, the initial context which I was mentioning, right? So we don't have to use it only for the team or the organization perspective. I can set the context. This is my current role. This is my day-to-day responsibilities. This is where my learning is. So how do I need to focus on to coming up with the next 3 months? Sorry, for me, I would like to come up with the next 5-year roadmap or maybe 2 years roadmap. What skills, what technologies, so what's the expectations I need to focus on? Show that example. So this is the maturity level, this is the evidence-based assessment, which the tool is. Any specific GPT? No, Prabhakar. It can be anything. It can be any tool. Need not be one of the tools. We can use Google Gemini or Copilot or ChatGPT or even Perplexity, Claude. It can be any of it. As a working employee, most of us might be having access to the Copilot from the organization perspective. So you can even start making use of that Copilot itself. No need of explicitly using that. So that's the reason my focus is not on the tool. My focus is on the way we are making use of that tool or getting that required information. Does it answer your question, Prabhakar? I would like to go ahead and start a new chart, right? What's on your mind? Consider yourself as a career transition coach who focuses on helping me as an individual to improve my current skill set and focus on the future ready skill set and expertise based on the current advancements happening, especially in the AI space. I would like to give the road map for next 5 years to ensure I am focused on learning aspect. Also help me with the roles I should focus on to move ahead. My current role is a Scrum Master. I'm just giving it one of the role as an example. I'm not playing a role of Scrum Master, but I'm just giving an example of that, right? So I can copy paste this prompt so that in case any of you want to make use, you can use it. Just change the role or any of your context. Don't use just like that, right? I will put on my career transition coach hat and speak to you like someone who was already serious leverage because you do. That's what I do as a career coach. Whenever I have the conversation, I will ask the individual to help me with the context and accordingly we will go ahead with the conversation. Of course, we are not doing the coaching conversation now, but I'm showing how we can make use of the AI tools to help us focus on the learning path. See? Reframe your identity, which is critical. Where we want to focus on. See, from Scrum Master to where, what we want to do, right? So 5-year learning and skill roadmap. Year 1, what should be the focus theme, skills to build, and how we want, what's the learning outputs. Year 2, year 3, year 4, each and everything, the tool is giving us the roadmap. Remember, the tools is there to just help us. We are the one who need to implement. We are the one who need to follow. We are the one who need to make use of this information and start focusing on getting the benefit out of it. Right? The roles you should progressively target. Okay, so because I mentioned the role as Scrum Master, it is giving me the enterprise coach, organizational coach, and everything. One coaching question to leave you with: if Scrum disappeared tomorrow, what value would I still create? Make sure this is what we need. Each of us need to focus on. If your current role disappears tomorrow, that's how the world is changing, right? So recently there is an article stating that by next 3-4 years, or maybe by the end of this year, there might not be a need of the software developers, because the entire implementation end-to-end might be done by the AI tools. If that is the case, whatever the role we are playing, it might become vanished. So how we want to focus on the learning is what my focus. As an individual, start focusing on that, start making use of this to go ahead with that. What should be my focus if I want to move into a entirely different stream or sector from the current context? I'm just passing on that prompt and making sure to go ahead, get as much information from the tool. Why tool? Again, the same prompt I will give to the another tool. I will show that also. The same prompt I will give to the another tool to get that, to see how the tool can help us from the different context. Now the same prompt I'm giving to the Perplexity, right? Perplexity, I gave the same prompt. Let's see how Perplexity gives us the pointer, right? And see, the Perplexity is also showing all the required information. It is even showing the pointers, the references, each and every aspect, whichever is from where it is getting that information, right? So if you can see, it is coming the similar AI augmented Scrum Master or add data and product skills, which I don't want to. I don't want the same information from multiple tools. No, I want to play around. I want to go into a different perspective. So no, I will ask a different prompt, or I will ask a different question. What if I ask to move into non-agile space? I change the prompt, so it is asking how I want to go ahead, right? Any questions, folks? Feel free to ask. This is open. I don't have any slides, as I mentioned. Make sure we make it as a active working session so that you can get away with the information or pointers. Okay. Not able to get the larger perspective. So Prabhakar, I'm not sure what your current role is, but see, if you are an individual, why do you need to wait for someone to come and ask? Satish or Prabhakar, you go ahead and do this as a next step. we ourselves as an individual should take that ownership, should take that accountability for ourselves, and to see how we want to move our career path for the next 1 year, 2 years, or 5 years. Right? Most of us will get a question in the interviews, where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years? So it's not to answer the question in the interview, it is for us to have that clarity of where we want to see ourselves or where we want to move from our current role. It could be in the same track or same stream, or it might be into the different track or the different stream as such. So we are trying to make use of the tool or tools to help get us different perspectives, different contexts, different information, or different sources. I can even ask the tool to give me, okay, now if I want to go ahead with this, what should be the learning path for 3, 6, 9 months? And what should be my focus of week 1, week 2, week 3? And I can ask the tool to help me create a checkpoint or the touch base after end of a week or end of a month to see, am I on the track? Or is there any gap? Is there any delta which we need to focus on? Right? Does it answer your question, Prabhakar? How about others? Any questions? Or you have any pointers, or you want to see anything? Let me know. Fairly, yes, we'll think over. Okay. Okay. See, my funda is simple. Why do we need to wait for someone to come and ask, you have to do this, you have to go ahead, you have to do this course, do this certification, do this learning as part of the organization mandate or the company related thing? Let us take that ownership. Let us drive that learning factor, because we need to start focusing on that, right? Help me define the learning path for implementation of AI, agentic AI. I'm just giving a prompt. Okay, so because of the tool limit, it is giving me this prompt. So I will be using, or I will continue doing that. So now the tool is giving us foundations. What is agentic AI? So clarify the target depth given your background, because I'm not tech savvy, for example. So if I'm not tech savvy, if I have to move into that AI, agentic AI, without having the basics or foundation, we can't survive, we can't sustain. So the tool is giving us a path or prompt or information of how we need to focus on the foundations and what should be the practice prompt engineering, the low code, no code, right? So all these things which is becoming more common in any company. It could be any industry, any domain, any sector. No, there is no role or no company without AI. So we need to start making use of it. That means GPT chart is given a full guide on information you need? No, Bala, no, not yet. It is helping us give the pointers. It might be, might not be authentic. So we need to prompt it. We need to cross check with the different tools, with the different AI tools. Accordingly, we need to go ahead. Reason, every AI tool, the source of information is now limited because of various reasons. So one single tool might not be giving us all the required information. Instead, we need to see how we can cross check with 2, 3 different tools with the same prompt or with a similar prompt and see how we can come up with our own plan for our own learning. Right? So that can be for any role. It can be for any course. It can be even for our course. Right? So now let's suppose I want to learn Python. I will mention this is my current understanding of Python. I just know the basics. Now, how we go ahead with that? Or I want to come up with a learning plan for a fresher whom I'm getting on board or onboarding to my team. What is the roadmap to onboard? What should be the documentation? What should be the KT plan? What should be the checklist? So we can use, based upon our context, we can use the tools and we can fetch that information and we can authenticate, cross-check, and we can go ahead with that. Does it answer your question, Bala? Okay. Yes. Any other questions? Any other pointers? And let me go back to ChatGPT. I myself started creating different agents. These are all no-code agents, right? I started creating a resume reviewer. I started creating conference finder. I started creating a job fetcher, fetching the jobs from the different companies. So all this, not just to do anything, but just to show how I, as an individual, started making use of the AI tools to get that information. Right? Let me the agentic AI. I gave this prompt. I want to build a low-code, no-code agentic AI to see the conversation. I am setting the context, and the tool is helping. Tool is helping me with the thing. Help define the strategy, suitable tools with low code, no code, and free options to explore and implement. The tools are helping with all the possible information. And you can even ask them for the references, resources, learning plans, or YouTube, Udemy, or LinkedIn Learning. It can be anything and everything. You can even ask the tool to create like bite-sized learning plans. Anything. Make sure to ask that information. You can get that and you can start making use of it. Once you start using that, that's when we will feel comfortable. We will feel confident that we are taking care of our learning and development as an individual or as per the role which we are playing in our company. Right? Are you good? Oh, any other questions? Feel free, folks. This is what the pointers. I just want to quickly set the context. Make use of the tools. Start playing around. That's when you will feel that confidence. You will feel that comfort level of how you can focus on for your own learning and improvement or your own learning and development. Right? Yes. Any questions? Any specific pointers? The floor is open. We are already answering the questions, but if in case any specific questions you have, feel free to.
First of all, thank you so much, Venkat, for the amazing and impactful session. I'm sure our participants have learned a lot. So, the participant floor is officially open for question and answer. If you have any question, please feel free to use the chat box. Meanwhile, Venkat, we do have a few questions from our participant of YouTube and LinkedIn. So, the first question we have, how can learning and development team practically identify which role and skills will be augmented by AI instead of being automated?
Yeah, can you come again, Kritika?
Yes. So, how can learning and development team practically identify which roles and skills will be augmented by AI instead of being automated?
For that, my understanding is like first step we need to understand what is the product, what is our company is doing. Right. So if there are, again, based upon the product, based upon the industry or the sector, there will be changes. If it is like a full-fledged software-based company, there are chances or scope it might be impacted, or AI scenarios or use case might be brought more into the implementation. But if it is like hardware or any other manufacturing industries or any other industries, the scope, it will be coming on and off as per the need, as per the context, right? So banking, for example, right? So now earlier, if we talk about it, we used to have the credit score check happen up to 1 week to 10 days. Now it is happening in fraction of seconds. Why? Because of the analysis of the customer's credit score. There, rather than the manual validation, the AI tools are making use of it. The same way it is used for even any fraud detection. Rather than any individual doing that, the AI tools or use cases are being used to identify even before a fraud happens, to prevent it. Does that mean like the humans or the individuals will be totally let go? No. The human in the loop is really, really definitely required, because that is what the empathy or the emotional quotient still we need to believe, or we need to make use of that individuals. So any customer service or anything, we might be observing that the initial conversation will be with the chatbot or the AI agent. Once after a couple of initial contexts, that's when the human agent will come into context. The same way it is happening across different industries. So my answer is like, understand what the product we are working upon and what is the organization context. Some organizations are saying that even though the AI is there, we still want to go ahead. We are in the exploration mode. Some organizations are saying that I'm building the entire product with the help of AI. There are some startup founders who mentioned they build the entire product within 2 days with the help of AI and they are launching into production. So based upon the organization context, this might differ. And we, as an L&D team, we need to have that conversation with our leadership. Where do you want to see ourselves as an organization in the next 1 year as a starting point? Because we will come up with a learning plan, learning path for the current roles, for the current context. Then accordingly, we need to identify where or how we want to pitch in the AI learning for the current team members. So as an L&D team, we might be already having that maturity assessment or the current skill set of the employees, of the associates. Accordingly, we need to map. Suppose Satish might be good at one thing, Pratibha is good at another thing, Prabhakar might be good at another thing. So what tool or what technology or what skill set we need to add to that associate so that it can help them move ahead in the career, or it need not be the career, move ahead in the company as an individual, and it should be complementing, it should not be conflicting, right? So that is where the L&D team having that conversation with the stakeholders leadership team helps to figure out which roles or which skills they need to focus on for coming up with a learning plan.
Thank you so much for the detailed and thoughtful answer, Venkat. So we have next question for Jimanga. Can ChatGPT do any other AI work?
It can do any other AI work also. The chat GPT is now helping me. I mean, helping me in the sense I'm making use of chat GPT to help me define the different agents. It is helping me to make use of getting all the required information. I myself created multiple agents. Now I am focusing on agentic AI, defining different agents and bringing all the agents together, of identifying, reviewing my resume, identifying the jobs, then applying to the jobs. 3 different agents. I will club 3 agents into that one single product and I will deploy that. So as an individual, I don't have to sit and manually search, manually review my resume, manually update, I can directly use ChatGPT or any other AI tool to help me with it. Instead, I will focus on actual learning part, actual implementation part. So I'm not totally uh, skipping that part. I'm using my time to the actual learning, actual implementation part. So that is how I am. I as an individual, again, I'm talking about myself, right? I'm not talking about like any other thing. I'm making use of these tools or use cases or agents to help me save my time so that I can focus on the actual learnings or actual implementation. Does it answer your question?
So thank you so much for the amazing and insightful answer. So the participant, we are running out of the time, so unfortunately we'll not be able to take more question. I really apologize for that. But I am sharing Venkat LinkedIn ID into the chat box so that you can connect with him directly for any kind of query, any guidance. I'm sure he would be to help you out. He would be happy to help you out, right, Venkat?
Definitely, definitely. Anytime.
So before so before moving forward, would you like to give any final statement?
The topic of the session, don't look AI as a competitor, use AI as a helping your companion. Make sure it is helping us or you as an individual to go ahead and sustain in the career.
Thank you so much for that amazing thought. With that, we'll move forward with the next part of the session, not taking yours and participant more time. So just allow me a minute to share my screen. So participant, if you are ready to get certified into the learning and development, now certifications are available on our website. And we are also giving a complimentary coupon code to all of the participants, which will give you a 20% off. I am sharing the coupon code link into the chat box so that you don't miss out. So if you're ready to get certified in learning and development, please take the advantage of this offer. Check out our website, check out the web certificate, use the coupon code link, and get certified into the learning and development. And before wrapping up the session, I just wanted to make a quick announcement regarding the utility tool. So, as I say in all of our sessions, that I have already started receiving a positive response from the participants who are who are on their job hunting journey right now, because this tool has helped them a lot. So, what you can do, you can also take the help of utility tool. You can log in into utility tool by using your LinkedIn ID and password, and it will give you a recommendation according to the job designation you're targeting and the industry you're targeting, and it will re-improvise your LinkedIn profile to make your resume stand out in front of the HRs and recruiter. So if you're in your job hunting journey, I would strongly recommend you this tool. And making your job hunting journey even more easier, we are giving a coupon code link to all of our participants exclusively, which will give you 100% off. I have shared the coupon code link into the chat job. So take the help of utility tool and make your job hunting journey even more easier. And all the best to all job hunters out there. As today we had an amazing and impactful session with Leela Venkatesh Satish, tomorrow we are going to have one more amazing session with Charity McDonald. So Charity is going to lead the session on leadership in the digital era, preparing leaders to navigate technology distribution and drive innovation. At the same time tomorrow at 10 February and 9:30 a.m. Central, 11:30 p.m. Singapore, 9 p.m. Indian, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So I'm hoping to see you all tomorrow as well. And if you're an ISO enthusiastic people, as I informed you in the last session of Friday, that we are taking up something new for our upcoming session, and we have started the Beyond Training series for learning and development from today. So like that, we have started the new series of ISO, the ISO Advantage, unlocking risk compliance and governance for strategy impact. And this is going to be conducted from 9 to 13 Feb at 8:30 a.m. Central, 10:30 p.m. Singapore, 8 p.m. Indian, and 9:30 a.m. Eastern. And if you are one of those people who are very curious and love to learn regarding new trends and technology regarding the AI, so we have started a new series of skilled and generative and agentic AI transforming risk compliance and growth. So this was also going to be conducted from 9 February to 13 February at 7:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 p.m. Singapore, 7 p.m. Indian, and 8:30 a.m. Eastern. So if you're one of those people who love to learn AI, this webinar is for you. With that, it's time to celebrate our referral champions. We have Bhanu Durgesh, we have Olugua, and we have B. Venkatesh. So special thanks to all three of you for helping us amplify our initiative and reach it to the wider global audience. So you can also become one of our knowledge professionals and advisors. What you have to do, if any of your peers, colleagues, and professional wants to join for this webinar or any other webinar, you can refer the registration link which you will find on our website. And what's in it for you? You will get a referral point for every referral. And once you hit a 50 referral point, you will be able to get a free $400 worth gift certification voucher. So what are you waiting for? Take the advantage of this offer and become one of our knowledge professionals and advisors. Or if you would like to be one of our speakers for any of the session, learning and development, AI and ISO, for learning capsules, webinar and podcast, we would love to have you over with us. So you can reach out to us at pratibha@gsdccouncil.org and preetham@gsdccouncil.org. I have shared the email ID into the chat box so that you don't miss out. And these are the platform where you can connect with us. We have our LinkedIn platform, our website, our WhatsApp group. We have also started our official WhatsApp channel, and we would love to hear your feedbacks and suggestions. So I'm sharing all of the platforms links along with the reviews.io link into the chat box so that you don't miss out. Do connect with us with on all of the platform for staying updated regarding our upcoming events and trends, and do drop your feedback and suggestions onto the reviews.io. One more thing, we would love to know your session key takeaways and learning outcome for today's learning and development session of Venkat Satish Kola. So I am sharing a Microsoft form link into the chat box to drop your feedbacks and session key takeaways, learning outcomes over there. It helps us to improve our program. With that, the event has been come to an end. Thank you so much once again for Leela Venkatesh Santish for coming on our platform. We are very honored to have you as our speaker. Looking forward to having you in the future session as well. Thank you so much to all of the participants for joining into our new journey of learning and development. And looking forward to having you tomorrow as well. Till then, keep learning, keep energizing. Have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are.